Judge Vonda B asked just one question, and these parents were left completely speechless. Here are 8 jaw-dropping courtroom moments where lies, excuses, and pure chaos fell apart instantly.
Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. She's always working for the hospital. Yeah, we said back then that we could do this.
Alright guys, this case starts like a normal child support hearing, but within minutes it turns into something way deeper. A father says he completely changed his life to raise his kids, while the mother admits she barely comes home anymore. And once the judge starts asking questions, the truth behind this family situation gets uncomfortable fast. What would you do if you were carrying the entire weight of parenting alone?
I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. And, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They always for days at a time. She's never home. And we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her even as so much.
This is where the emotional stakes really hit. The father isn't just talking about money, he's talking about abandonment. He says the kids wait days wondering where their mom is, and one of the children has autism, which adds even more pressure to daily parenting. That changes how the court sees responsibility. This is no longer just a financial dispute, it's about stability for the children.
For as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really, and honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before.
Now the courtroom tension spikes hard. The father starts accusing her of possible drug use and even finding needles around the house. Whether every detail is proven or not, these allegations instantly shift the emotional tone of the case. And notice the judge's reaction. She's not just listening for drama. She's trying to figure out whether the children are living in a safe environment.
He's getting this intel from, but that's
obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying your kids are liars?
They could be. I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. It's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I am though.
The mother's response here creates a major credibility problem. Instead of directly denying the concerns, she seems detached and defensive. Meanwhile, the father keeps bringing the focus back to the children and their daily routine. In family court, judges pay close attention to attitude and accountability. Sometimes, the way someone responds matters almost as much as the facts themselves.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
The tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Why is that a problem?
Because.
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's okay?
They have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
This moment probably frustrated a lot of viewers. The mother says bringing fast food and leaving the kids with a tablet should be enough, while the father describes staying up exhausted just to help with homework and bedtime. And you can feel the judge getting increasingly disturbed by the difference in parenting effort. Did this moment completely change how you saw the case?
Personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. That's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids.
I went to overnight. His shift.
As he should, he's a dad.
As you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
But I have a more important job.
How many times are you going to say that? You have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things But you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift, why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him, it's your job to take care of him.
Here comes one of the biggest turning points in the hearing. The father explains he switched to overnight shifts just so he could spend more time with the kids. And instead of appreciating it, the mother says, he's the dad, he should. That statement immediately backfires in court. Because legally and morally, both parents carry responsibility equally. The judge is clearly losing patience now.
You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
This section gets especially emotional because the conversation shifts toward the child with autism. The mother openly says it's too much work and that the father is better suited for it. That's the kind of statement judges remember. Not because parenting special needs children is easy, it absolutely isn't, but because the court wants to see willingness, effort, and involvement from both parents.
Explanation either. It's a yes or no?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that.
Now the financial contradictions start piling up. The judge asks a simple yes or no question. Has she given him any money since leaving? The answer is no. But seconds later, she claims he should actually be supporting her. You can almost feel the courtroom mood shift completely here. At this point, the judge seems less focused on excuses and more focused on correcting what she sees as unfairness.
Doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. All right. Health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan, so I just pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are we doing?
It's Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family?
This is where the legal breakdown becomes important. The judge starts calculating income, insurance, and Medicaid reimbursement. A lot of people think child support is based only on who earns more money, but courts also look at who actually provides day-to-day care. Since the father is the primary parent here, the legal responsibility starts swinging heavily toward the mother.
That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom, period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it.
Countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad.
that.
And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes. And I feel
But
like
you're not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
he
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them.
This might be the most shocking confession of the entire hearing. The mother basically admits she never really wanted children because she wanted freedom and partying instead. And while honesty matters in court, admissions like this can seriously damage how a judge views parental commitment. Imagine being the father hearing that in open court after carrying most of the responsibility alone.
then it was just, oh, this baby's really an inconvenience. to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
that I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
We work for the same company, yes.
The judge's ruling now becomes unavoidable. She makes it crystal clear, whether you wanted children or not no longer matters once they're here. The court's job is to protect the kids, not the lifestyle of the parents. And when the final number lands, around $1,500 monthly, including reimbursement, you can visibly see the reality finally hit the mother.
You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care of your kids.
Don't, you know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the end, this case became about far more than child support. It exposed two completely different views of parenting. One parent sacrificing sleep and career comfort for the kids, and the other struggling to accept responsibility at all. The judge didn't just issue a payment order, she sent a message about accountability. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Miss Katrina, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, our son Caleb James, he just turned 8, and he started school, and already he started having school issues in school. He's been getting into fights with other kids. He's been arguing with the teachers. He's not been doing his homework, and this is completely new behavior. He was an A and a B student.
Alright guys, this case starts like a normal child support hearing, but within seconds it turns into something way deeper. An 8-year-old boy is suddenly fighting in school, failing classes, and acting completely different. And now both parents are blaming each other for destroying his stability. The real question is, who's actually hurting this child more behind closed doors?
Okay. Well, what is Bubba doing at home?
So he's a truck driver, and during our marriage there were a lot of issues with that. A lot of, strange women, just a lot of alcohol use, and I think that hasn't stopped. And now I think that that's affecting Caleb.
I don't think so.
Excuse me, sir. Once it is your turn, I will come to you. That's the first thing. Second thing, those loud outbursts, they will not be tolerated. Continue.
Thank you. So during the marriage, there were a lot of issues with infidelity, with drug use, with alcohol use, and he's still doing the same job. He's still driving the same routes. And so
Now listen carefully to Katrina's argument here, because she's not just asking for money. She's trying to paint Bubba as an unsafe father, talking about alcohol, cheating, drugs, and the trucking lifestyle. In family court, perception matters almost as much as proof. But the judge immediately notices something important. Emotions are high, yet hard evidence is still missing.
Bubba, is what she's saying true? You cheated on her, you're using drugs, you're drinking alcohol, you're doing all of this while you're transporting things in an 18-wheeler?
No. I actually work 1 week on, 1 week off.
Okay.
So we have shared custody. So
All right.
the week that I work, she has custody of Caleb.
Okay.
The week I have off, I have custody of Caleb.
All right.
Now, some of the things she's saying, yes, I do drink sometimes,
Are you drinking while you're driving that 18-wheeler?
I do not drink while I drive, no.
All right.
I drink occasionally when I'm home. It's not too bad, but with...
Well, where would she be?
This is where the tension flips. Bubba admits he drinks, but he strongly denies drinking while driving an 18-wheeler, and legally, that distinction matters a lot. The judge is testing credibility now. She's watching body language, interruptions, and consistency. One wrong answer in a courtroom like this can completely change custody, support, and even parental rights.
Where are you getting that from?
Well, I have a lot of female clients that I do transport for. So she thinks that I'm, getting these jobs because I'm sleeping around, which she's very promiscuous herself, so.
Oh.
Yes. Caleb has told me that she has brought in a lot of men around him and he doesn't know who they are.
Okay. So Caleb is just seeing a lot from the both of you, sounds like.
Maybe not.
Okay. And Caleb,
And just like that, Bubba fires back with accusations of his own. Now both parents are claiming the other is exposing Caleb to unhealthy relationships and chaos at home. This is the moment where the case stops being mother versus father and becomes about the emotional environment surrounding the child. Honestly, imagine being 8 years old stuck in the middle of this.
what?
So when COVID hit, I lost my job and I just haven't been able to find a comparable job to that. And I was doing engineering.
And you can't find anything comparable during COVID
No.
in engineering?
No. So my degree was in chemical engineering.
Okay.
But all the jobs I've been finding have been mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. I haven't found something that's comparable to what I've been doing.
Okay. I don't know much about engineering, but how much more different is it?
I think it's pretty different.
You think, but how different is it?
I don't know because I haven't done mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, so I don't have a basis to compare the two.
What do you think about that?
I just think she.
Here comes the turning point nobody expected. Katrina reveals she has a chemical engineering degree but says she can't find comparable work after COVID. The judge immediately starts digging deeper because family court judges often look at earning potential, not just current income. And you can almost feel the courtroom shifting when the judge realizes Katrina may still be capable of earning far more.
4 in the last 6 months?
3 or 4 in the last 6 months, and they all said no to hiring you?
Yes.
That's interesting. I saw you signal over here. You said 0? Mm-hmm. How do you know, sir, that she hasn't gone on any of these job interviews?
I have a friend that she knows, and he's told me
Oh.
because he's been sleeping with her.
Oh, okay. Well, that's none of my business. Has nothing to do with me. Miss Katrina, I haven't heard a single reason why I should place this.
This exchange gets brutally uncomfortable. The judge keeps pressing Katrina about job interviews, while Bubba calls her lazy right in open court. Then another bomb drops, allegations about a new relationship and possible dishonesty. But notice what Judge Vonda B does here. She refuses to get distracted by personal drama and keeps steering the case back toward financial responsibility and parenting facts.
Thing like that, maybe seek some type of therapy, play therapy maybe, individual counseling, maybe you all could do family counseling, but that is not a legitimate reason to place this man on child support. So I'm going to deny your request today.
And here's the legal reality check. The judge explains that shared custody changes everything. Bubba already covers health insurance, keeps Caleb half the time, and financially contributes to the child's needs. Behavioral issues alone are not enough to justify child support. Instead, the judge shifts the focus toward therapy, counseling, and co-parenting, basically saying the child needs stability more than another financial battle.
To place him on child support. And in addition to denying that request, that $75 that he's paying, I'm going to have you split it. Since you share custody, you need to share costs too. So $37.50 is what you will be reimbursing him for health insurance every month. Okay. Is there anything further?
No.
Is there anything further, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the end, Katrina's child support request gets denied, and the judge even orders her to split the insurance costs. But the biggest takeaway wasn't really about money. It was about two parents whose conflict is clearly affecting their son. Caleb became the center of a courtroom war he never asked to be part of. If this case shocked you too, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama breakdowns.
Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. Okay, I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course I'm going to say yes, you know. At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me.
All right, guys, this one's gonna hit hard. A grandmother walks into court, not for herself, but for the 6-year-old grandson she's been raising after both parents disappeared emotionally from his life. What starts as a child support case quickly turns into something deeper: grief, betrayal, and a family falling apart behind closed doors. And trust me, the judge is about to uncover details nobody expected.
To the point where I came out of retirement. I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know?
I do see him.
And
I'll get to you shortly.
And
okay.
he
Sorry,
comes around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are
You can already hear the exhaustion in this grandmother's voice. She lost her husband, came out of retirement, started driving Uber, and still kept this child's life stable. Meanwhile, the father still has his house, his lifestyle, and barely visits enough for his own son to recognize him as dad. That emotional disconnect? In family court, judges notice that fast. Parenting is more than occasional appearances.
and he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff. I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, you know, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can
Okay.
after your mother is done.
Okay. Sorry, Mom.
And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. You know, anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are.
This Walmart story sounds small at first, but emotionally, it hit this grandmother hard. The child watched his father buy himself expensive things while grabbing cheaper items for him as an afterthought. Kids notice that stuff. They may not understand money, but they understand effort and attention. And honestly, what would you have felt if you were that little boy standing there?
So I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Okay. All right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh,
because
you couldn't get him
I
under-
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, he knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Okay. So you just want one to pay child support and you have the opportunity to get health insurance.
Well, according to them, yeah, health insurance, because I'm paying out of pocket these last 3 years, and
Now the case takes a serious legal turn. The grandmother discovers the mother has been paying child support this entire time, but none of that money has gone toward the child actually being raised. That changes everything. Courts care about where support money is actually going, especially when another guardian is covering food, housing, medical care, and daily parenting duties.
for a common cold, without having to Uber almost 20, Uber doesn't pay anything and my pension doesn't take care of it.
Okay. Okay, so let's move over to Mr. Compost. I'm not going to call you by your first name.
Okay.
Mr. Compost. Okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves? Que
Okay.
te dije.
And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him
Well,
up, or when you pick him up and go with?
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I pay.
And here's the moment the father admits it. Yes, he's been receiving child support, but he never told his own mother, the woman raising his son. The judge instantly locks onto the issue, because legally, if grandma is the one taking the child to appointments and caring for him daily, hiding insurance information and support payments looks incredibly irresponsible. The courtroom energy shifts immediately here.
It's not serving Julian?
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently.
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me
fair
out.
to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I may
you're
have.
letting your mom take your son to the doctor and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever. I had no idea until I tried to file for these services that they said that Julian was getting child support. And I have told him, hey, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well. This is going on, that's going on. Even for physical, for him to play the T-ball. And
so you're paying out
right now.
She's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs.
Listen closely to the judge's logic here. The father keeps saying he thought he was helping because he paid insurance. But insurance means nothing if the caregiver can't actually use it. This is where emotional parenting and legal parenting collide. The grandmother's paying out of pocket while the father holds the coverage details. That's exactly the kind of contradiction judges don't tolerate.
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would help.
You just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. Don't know how many tips are
Your dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And
last
why
3
does
years.
that matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. If it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose. No.
Okay,
You
sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her dearly.
Well, I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she...
And then things get ugly. Instead of taking responsibility, the father starts talking about inheritance money, jewelry, and his mother's finances. That's a dangerous move in court. Judges usually react badly when someone attacks the person carrying the burden instead of addressing the child's needs. You can almost feel Judge Vonda B losing patience in real time here.
When my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in a big house?
Well,
inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house? How many bedrooms we're talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom, you know, half closet. It's not as big as she's saying. It's not as big as she's saying. It's
my apartment is 800 square feet.
You're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's really not.
How big is this house? How many bedrooms?
It's in the nice houses in Plano. So you can imagine. It's not I mean, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom both do this promoting thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
they can do it from everywhere. So they're
I no longer see her.
She left.
I no longer see her.
But she was making good money like he makes. I don't know to the penny what he makes, but they were living very, very comfortably.
This next reveal is heartbreaking. The grandmother offered to move into the son's large house so the child could have stability, privacy, and room to grow, but he called it inconvenient. Meanwhile, she's living in a one-bedroom apartment with the child sleeping on the sofa. That contrast says more than any legal argument could. Sometimes, court cases expose priorities louder than words ever will.
All right, Mr. Compose, how much money do you make a year?
$48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano?
Well, then that's where all the money.
Club promoting.
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's, you know, I have so many members in the house.
Plus the child support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying?
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
just $1,000, and that's in that
just
40.
a grand.
You know how much that would have helped?
Everybody does not receive just $1,000.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Well, and that's why I paid for the $150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from you know, from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compose, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, rent a month is about $1,500.
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What's your other expenses look like?
Your Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure.
Now the financial story starts falling apart. The father claims he only makes $48,000 a year, yet there's a luxury home, parties, club promotion income, and unclear expenses everywhere. Judges hear this kind of selective honesty all the time, and once details stop matching up, credibility drops fast. You can tell the court no longer believes this is just miscommunication.
Okay.
All right? So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're going to send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can...
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this. Okay, that's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000. All right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right. So your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes,
Okay.
just Julian.
All right. All right. So 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you received from mom.
Here comes the ruling, and it's brutal. Judge Vonda B redirects the existing child support money straight to the grandmother, then orders the father to pay additional support on top of it. Why? Because the court follows the child's actual living situation, not excuses. The person doing the parenting is the person the system protects financially. That's the legal reality hitting him all at once.
Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known that I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian.
Yeah.
And I would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I, again, didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay,
you
I
know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't.
This final exchange may be the most emotional part of the entire case. The grandmother reveals she had to sell the family home after her husband died, the home where they raised their son, and hearing her say they could have kept it if he had helped earlier. That landed heavily in the courtroom. Then the father responds by criticizing her money management, and you can literally feel the judge's disappointment.
Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your
I
Honor.
just
better.
noticed, I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion. And he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, you know. And I knew that his mortgage was not $500, because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses, because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the
Mr.
home.
Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And
this
I
for her
need you to
mention.
do better. How about that?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, but that's kind of hard.
At the end of this case, the courtroom wasn't just talking about money. It was about responsibility, gratitude, and what happens when family support turns into exploitation. A grieving grandmother stepped in when nobody else would, and the judge made sure the law finally caught up to reality. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Mr. Paul, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, my daughter, who's living some type of life that I have no idea what it is, she drops her kids off every day and does what she wants to and doesn't leave any money for food or for any kind of things that the kids need. So I need some help financially, because she doesn't give me anything. I mean, just me giving my money out of my pocket that I retired with. So I need some help, seriously,
Okay, and where did you retire from?
from the school district.
Okay. How long were you there?
20 years.
Okay, great. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking in your daughter's kids, because they could be a number of places, but thankfully they're with a grandparent. Ma'am, what do you have to say for yourself?
Alright guys, brace yourselves for what's about to unfold in this courtroom. A retired grandfather walks in claiming he's been forced to raise his daughter's children while she drops them off daily with little to no support. What starts as a family complaint quickly turns into a serious legal battle about responsibility, money, and neglect. And the deeper the judge digs, the more uncomfortable the truth becomes, setting up a shocking financial ruling no one sees coming.
First off, let me ask this question. Is what he just said true?
I mean,
It's a yes or a no. Is what he just said true?
yes, it's true.
What's wrong with you?
It's nothing wrong with me. It's just stuff I be needing to do, and I need somebody to watch the kids, so I take them over there.
Every day?
Yes, every day. I don't see the issue.
Excuse me. You all will not address each other. You will address me, okay? And I definitely understand Dad's frustration. And I'm going to ask you too. Every day you have something to do that requires you to be away from your kids. How many kids are we talking?
2.
You left 2 kids with him? What do you have to do, ma'am, that's so important every day that you cannot have your own kids?
I gotta make money, so.
Doing what? What do you do for a living?
Whatever I need to do, honestly.
Ma'am, what does that even mean?
I do, little dabble here, little dabble there, just different stuff.
You know what? You obviously came here to waste my time.
Here, the judge immediately cuts through the emotional story and focuses on facts. The mother admits she leaves her 2 kids with their grandfather every single day, which raises serious legal concerns about parental responsibility. When the judge asks what she does for work, her answers become vague and unclear, which only increases suspicion. In family court, unclear income and unstable caregiving can heavily influence rulings. So the real question is, how long can someone avoid accountability before the court steps in?
I was a waitress
Okay, where?
at a club.
Is that what you call it? Waitressing?
Yes, it was waitressing. What else was I doing?
You don't want me to tell you.
I want you to tell me.
She was strolling the streets like a prostitute. I mean, it's like, because you never see her until she dropped the kids off, and then I don't see her for 2 or 3 days.
That's what he heard. He don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who told him that? The streets?
I guess so. The streets had to tell him, because
I hear the streets tell the truth, right?
sometimes
They talk, right?
the streets talk, but sometimes the streets be lying, and that's what they doing at
Well,
this moment.
I don't think they're lying on you now, ma'am. Every day your kids are with your dad? No, ma'am. When you were working at that club, how much money were you bringing home monthly?
Between $7,000 to $8,000 a month.
All right. Okay. And that's all tips?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I am going to do is base your child support on that $7,000 a month. So that would bring your yearly salary.
This moment changes everything when income becomes the focus. The mother admits she used to earn around $7,000 to $8,000 monthly, and the judge immediately uses that figure to calculate child support. Legally, courts often base support on earning potential, not excuses, which is why this number becomes critical. Emotionally, the grandfather finally feels heard after struggling alone. But the bigger question is, why was financial support never given in the first place?
Extremely disappointing that you leave your kids every day with your dad and you're not giving him any type of financial support. What are these kids on, they receive any type of government assistance or anything?
She gets food stamps every month.
Oh,
and I
no,
don't
ma'am.
see any.
You get food stamps? Where are the food stamps going?
At my house.
Who lives in your house besides you that need the food? Because your kid's over here with your dad. You don't give him any money from those food stamps?
No.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. So this is what we're gonna do. Salary, $84,000 a year. That brings your gross to $7,000. Your net to $5,508.87, which will make your child support obligation $1,377. Now you said that you were receiving, don't look confused. I don't even want to hear it.
I can't pay that every month.
You were not making those faces when you were out in those streets.
But
so
I
don't come in here
can't.
trying to.
Now the judge digs into government assistance, and contradictions start stacking up. The mother receives food stamps, yet the children are not even living with her most of the time. That raises a serious legal issue about misuse of benefits and responsibility. The judge's frustration grows as he calculates support in real time based on income and state guidelines. At this point, the courtroom tension is undeniable. Do you think the system handled this fairly or too strictly?
Excuse me, don't come in here trying to make those faces. I am not trying to hear it. I've heard enough.
Your Honor,
And you are in the wrong. Yes, sir.
she has a man living with her too, so just in case you didn't
You
know.
You
know
don't
what?
need to
You know
tell
what?
her who in my house though, Daddy.
You
Like
know
for
what?
real.
Okay.
I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it
I
is what
mean,
it
it
is.
sounds like
In here
Daddy telling
just
the truth.
tattletelling.
Well, it sounds like he needs to tattletale on you. Somebody need to. You are ridiculous right now. Sir,
Yes.
she receives food stamps. So I'm assuming there's some Medicaid or something
Yes,
these kids
yes.
are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do is do 9% of that $7,000 for your reimbursement to Medicaid. That comes out to $496. So $1,377 plus the $496.
The financial ruling is now clear as the judge finalizes child support at nearly $1,900 per month, including reimbursement adjustments. The mother reacts in disbelief, arguing she can't handle that amount, while the judge emphasizes responsibility over excuses. Legally, the decision is based on income and welfare involvement, not emotion. This moment shows how courtroom reality hits hard when personal choices meet legal consequences.
Reimbursement to Medicaid that make your total monthly child support obligation $1,873.
I don't even know men that pay that much money every month. So why I gotta pay that every month?
I don't know too many women that just take their kids and go drop them off at their parents' house and they have a whole man staying in the house with them.
It's my dad. Y'all act like I dropped them off with anybody.
These are your kids. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, I guess I need to go make some money in these streets for that.
Okay, well,
almost
you know
$2,000
what? That is your business. As long as these streets pay Pawpaw $1,873 a month in child support. Sir, is there anything further?
No, ma'am. Just happy Mother's Day to you.
Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the end, the court makes its decision clear. Financial responsibility cannot be ignored, especially when children are being raised by a grandparent instead of a parent. The judge's ruling reflects both income evidence and dependency on public assistance. But emotionally, this case leaves viewers divided between sympathy and accountability. What's your verdict? Did justice truly serve the family here? If this case shocked you, like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more real courtroom drama breakdown.
Miss Anderson,
Yes, Your Honor.
you filed this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's going on?
I am a full-time mom, and I also work as well full-time as a hairstylist. And I had one child with this man right here, and he is intentionally not trying to work to avoid paying me child support, and he's not helping with our child.
He's not helping doing anything? Or
Nothing, ma'am.
he's not giving you any money?
No, ma'am.
Alright guys, this one starts like a simple child support case, but it quickly turns into a full courtroom reality check. A mother says she's working full-time, raising a child, and the father is doing absolutely nothing financially. No support, no consistency, just excuses. But when the judge starts digging, the story flips in ways nobody expects. What happens when I'm trying meets cold hard numbers in court? Clip 5.
Is he paying for lunches?
No, ma'am.
Nothing.
I can barely get him to call and talk to his son.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move to him?
No, ma'am.
Sir,
Yes, Judge.
is there a reason you're not supporting your child?
Well, from what the attitude that she has today,
We're immediately thrown into a heavy accusation: child support neglect. The mother is describing a full workload, working as a hairstylist, raising a child alone, and struggling while the father allegedly refuses to contribute. Notice how quickly this becomes about responsibility versus avoidance. The judge isn't interested in emotions first, she wants facts. And right away, the silence from the father starts speaking louder than words.
I'm lost. First off, I do everything that I can for the kids.
Okay, when you say you do everything, she's saying you do not do anything. So what is everything that you're doing?
Well, when she asked me to pick them up, I pick them up.
Okay,
try to keep a job.
Let me ask the better question. What are you doing financially to provide for this child?
Now the father gets his moment, and it's already shaky. He tries to defend himself by saying he does everything he can, but notice the disconnect. The mother is saying he does nothing at all. This is where courtroom cases get tense, two completely different realities. So the real question becomes, who is actually telling the full truth here?
I guess nothing.
Your Honor.
You guess nothing. Yes, ma'am.
He did have a job at the post office, but once they took out child support, he quit.
Okay.
Literally right afterwards.
How long were you working at the post office, sir?
Probably about 2 months.
2 months? Okay. Is that about accurate? He was working there about 2 months?
I believe so.
The judge immediately cuts through the excuses and redirects the entire case toward money, not feelings, not arguments, financial responsibility. And that shift is critical because in child support court, intentions don't matter nearly as much as actual contribution. So when the father can't clearly explain what he provides, the case starts leaning heavily against him.
Currently seeking employment? Like, what are you doing?
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to start my rap career, so I really want to. Right now, I'm selling CDs at my truck.
Here we
I'm
go
gonna be
with
honest
this
with you.
again. You're selling CDs.
And Your Honor, he
I have some
does.
What?
He does make money under the table. That's his goal.
Selling CDs?
Again, I know he's bringing in something, but I don't know how much. But again, I'm telling you.
Now we get the first major reveal. He had a job at the post office, but quit right after child support was introduced. That timing changes everything. Because in court, quitting a job right after financial obligation is discussed doesn't look like coincidence. It looks intentional. And you can feel the judge starting to lose patience here.
CDs for?
On a good day, I'm getting at least $3.
$3
a pop, you know.
per CD?
Yeah.
Ma'am, how much does it cost for you to pay for, how much is it monthly for your groceries to pay for lunch for these kids?
Monthly, I'm looking about maybe $500. I packed lunch.
What?
$500? Mm-hmm. And you're making $3?
And then comes the moment nobody expected. He says he's trying to start a rap career and selling CDs for income. The courtroom energy shifts instantly. The judge isn't laughing, she's calculating. Because this isn't about dreams, it's about whether a child is being supported. And selling CDs for a few dollars doesn't match real child expenses at all.
I like 20.
You're selling 20 CDs in a day.
Yeah,
and you're making...
like I get gas. I can get gas. You know, they give me a little food or whatever. That's about it.
So you're making like $60? Sir, you understand that's not enough to support this child, right? If you divide $500, right? That's how much your groceries are, correct? You divide that by 30 days, which are typically what's in a month. That's $16.67 a day. How do you expect your child to live off of that?
Hey, he come over, we go to McDonald's.
Now the numbers start exposing everything. He's making around $3 per CD, while the mother is spending hundreds monthly just on groceries. This is where the gap becomes impossible to ignore. One side is surviving with real expenses, the other is floating with unstable income. And the judge starts breaking it down in the simplest way possible.
Your father, and you need to take care of your child.
So you're not spending time, you're not financially supporting them, so you're just leaving everything up to mom, right?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
She always say it's my child.
Excuse me, sir. It is your child, just like it's her child.
No, I'm saying when she say every time we having an argument or a conversation is, well, it's my child, it's my this. But when it's time to take care of the kid, you know.
So you think that by her saying this is my child, that means she is solely responsible for paying for the child too? Is that what you're telling me here today?
If I ain't got no money.
That is your best case here today.
I'm just telling you, Judge, I tried with
The court literally does the math in real time, dividing grocery costs by days, showing how little support the child is actually getting. This is the turning point where emotion meets calculation, because once you break it down to daily survival costs, excuses stop working, and the father is forced to hear exactly how far short he's falling.
And she
7 other children. How are you affording to have 7 children? Are you financially supporting them as well?
Nah, they mamas, you know, they fool with me. So
what does that mean?
They I mean, you know, like we still cool. We cordial. That's what it is, cordial.
So with you guys being cordial, you think that excuses you from being able to financially take care of these kids?
They ain't tripping. She the only one tripping.
Okay. Sir.
Why I gotta pay her anything?
Now the argument shifts to responsibility. The father tries to push back, suggesting shared blame and emotional conflict with the mother. But the judge is focused on one thing, who is actually providing for the child. And that's where his argument collapses, because emotional frustration does not cancel financial duty in the eyes of the court.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
You are going to pay this woman child support to support your child. The court has the obligation to make sure that we give you credit for any other children that you may have, but you are going to start giving her something to financially support these children. Now what I can do, because you, based on the paperwork you gave me, you did not work at the post office long enough for me to be able to just see what you're making on a consistent basis. So I will set your child support at minimum wage. Okay.
Okay, what's minimum wage?
You know the minimum wage in Texas, right?
Nah, I just moved here.
Okay, well, based on minimum wage, the rate is $7.25.
What am I supposed to do with that?
$7.25. It's better than $3. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but by the time the
$3
taxes
for a
and
CD. No, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
as I was
Then comes a shocking detail. He mentions having 7 other children, and suddenly the courtroom tension spikes again. Because the judge isn't just thinking about this one case anymore, she's questioning whether he is responsibly supporting and one of them. More children doesn't reduce responsibility, it increases it, and that reality hits hard.
saying, that brings your gross to about $1,256. Your net, I have it at about $1,121.54. Your child support obligation a month is $203. Okay.
month?
I take that back. You said you have other children, correct?
Can you split that up in like 6 months? I got to pay that monthly?
You will pay that monthly, and it will come out based on how you were paid. Were you paid twice a week or bi-weekly? How were you paid at your previous job?
You saying the CDs or the post office?
The post office.
Oh, yeah, the post office.
Please do not mention that again, talking about some CDs for $3, and I just broke down. It costs $6 a day to feed your kid.
Yes,
I do
ma'am.
not want to hear anything else about $3.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you're not actively looking for a job, so you need to actively look for a job as well. Giving you credit for the other children that you have, your child support obligation comes out to $145 per month, and that is to be paid each month. Understood? There is not a reason, sir, that I'm going to allow you to walk out of this courtroom and not give this woman anything who is spending $500 a month in groceries to take care of your child. Is there anything else I need to know here today?
Yes, ma'am. I also just found out that our child does not have insurance.
Okay.
Now the judge delivers the ruling logic step-by-step minimum wage calculations, income estimates, and structured child support. This is where the court stops debating and starts enforcing. Even with unstable income, the system creates a baseline obligation. And suddenly, the father's "I don't make enough" argument doesn't hold anymore under legal calculation.
Because of him. So I don't know what I need to do now. Do I need to go ahead and get insurance for our child, and do I need to pay for that as well?
Yes, that's something you can go ahead and do on your own. And you, sir, when she gets that health insurance cover, she's going to give you the cards, but you're also going to be responsible for reimbursing her for the amount of coverage for the child only. You understand?
So you're saying that
I'm saying what I just said. Did you understand what I just said?
Well, man, I'm trying to ask.
Did you understand what I just said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything further that I need to know in regards to the monies with taking care of this child? You want to tell me that you're making more than $3 so I can do some
All I was trying to say
recalculation?
was that, she's saying that she don't have to have insurance, or she don't. So how does she obtain the insurance? Like
She will do that. I just ordered her to make sure that she enrolls the child in health insurance. I'm more concerned with making sure that you reimburse her. Understood? Okay? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
The case ends with a clear order, child support is set, and health insurance responsibilities are added on top. What started as excuses turned into a legally binding financial obligation. And the biggest takeaway? Courts don't judge dreams, emotions, or intentions. They judge responsibility and proof. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Ms. Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one baby girl. Her name
Alright guys, this one hits different. A young mother juggling college, work, and a toddler, while her own mother says she's being left with all the responsibility. In Judge Vonda B's courtroom, this isn't just about money, it's about parenting, sacrifice, and accountability. One side claims survival, The other claims exhaustion.
Because I need some assistance financially, and unfortunately, I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want me to know before?
The grandmother lays it out clearly. She needs financial help taking care of her own grandchild. But underneath that request is a deeper shift happening. She's not just helping anymore, she's becoming the primary caregiver. The court is now sensing a serious question. Who is actually raising this child day to day?
Like, I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I mean, I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right?
I
you
had
always
one
said
child.
You wanted a grandchild, didn't
I
you?
had one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
I can't do it by myself though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
The daughter pushes back hard. She's working, studying, and barely surviving on constant exhaustion. But the reality check is brutal. While she builds her future, her mother is raising her child. This isn't just about effort anymore. It's about who is physically carrying the weight of parenting every single day.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Here the judge makes a powerful comparison. If you would pay a daycare center for childcare, why wouldn't your own mother receive support for doing the exact same job? That question cuts through emotion and forces everyone to rethink what help actually means when real labor is involved.
I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So
I know she is. That's why I leave her with you.
well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. Once I do get that education.
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist.
The argument shifts into ambition versus responsibility. The daughter insists education is her path to stability, but the judge challenges that logic. Future success doesn't erase present duty. The courtroom tension builds as dreams collide directly with real-world obligations.
Move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out to go to school and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give her a
That's what you
kiss
do?
goodnight.
She wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her for a
wake
little
up
while.
the baby at midnight.
Just so I can give her a kiss, read her a little story, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us, since I do work, all night.
The judge simplifies everything. If the child is spending most of her time with grandma, then legally and practically, grandma is acting as the caregiver, and caregivers deserve support. The courtroom tone shifts. This is no longer emotional debate. It's structured financial responsibility.
Going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I got
So,
that promotion.
you know, that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not, well, not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you.
And now the turning point. The judge issues formal child support. No more informal family arrangement, no more assumptions. The law steps in and defines responsibility clearly, turning emotional conflict into enforceable financial obligation.
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You got to learn.
Okay.
Any questions? No? No questions?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The ruling is finalized, child support set, insurance responsibility assigned, and boundaries officially redrawn. This case goes beyond money. It exposes how modern parenting struggles can blur family roles. If this courtroom moment shocked you or felt too real, what would you have decided in this situation? Drop your thoughts, like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Mr. Kennedy, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older.
Alright guys, this case looks simple on the surface, just child support, but the tension underneath is real. A father asking for help with rising costs, a mother tied to a new high-income marriage, and a judge stuck between emotion and law. Stick around, because this takes unexpected turns fast.
Expenses are getting a little higher, and sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying insurance already. And,
okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
Autumn. Oh, what a...
This opening request from the father sounds reasonable. More support for a growing 12-year-old. But notice how quickly it shifts from basic expenses to safety concerns and lifestyle choices. In court, every detail matters because emotion and finances are always more connected than they appear.
So what type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that in high school as well.
Okay.
So it just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but I'm the one having to drive and take her if I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing that.
Okay, is this a school bus or?
Yeah, it's a school bus.
With her teammates?
With her teammates, yes.
And you don't feel that she should, ride with her teammates?
If it's really far away, maybe like an hour or more, I'll drive her. But if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll usually let her typically go.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay.
Here's where it becomes relatable for many parents. Sports, travel, school activities, all stacking up fast. But legally, the court isn't measuring effort or intention, it's measuring necessity. Even emotional decisions like driving instead of the school bus don't always translate into legal financial responsibility.
I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay, tell me about this new relationship.
Well, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from, well, my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so you would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
Now the emotional shift hits hard accusations that a new marriage and financial upgrade are being used against the mother. But the court doesn't punish lifestyle changes. It only evaluates how income impacts child support fairness. Emotion drives the conflict, but law stays strictly focused on the child.
His income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Yes, I understand that, but what I don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I set aside furthering my education, though I wanted to pursue that, so that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not how this works. And
this is a key misunderstanding, trying to factor in missed education money from the past into current child support. Legally, that doesn't apply. Courts don't rewind marital history to calculate payments. Child support is about present and future needs, not emotional accounting of past sacrifices.
You only get a $500 a week. You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on. Sir, do you know how much money her husband makes a year?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town of energy, so to say.
So let me ask you this. Are you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No, his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our daughter.
Here's the turning point. The judge shifts from emotional debate to cold calculation. Income estimates, insurance costs, and legal formulas take over. This is where courtroom reality hits hardest. Feelings step back, and structured financial guidelines decide the outcome.
And like I said, I just want a little more help because she's getting older, and if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's not what you were doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support because at this point you've been paying zero. Because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay, so after yes, I do see that, that means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
Well, how much are we talking about?
We're going to base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make. Okay. So, based on that, I have your gross at $2,000 a month. After you take out the calculations for
This moment feels almost unreal, bringing up psychic expenses to argue fairness in child support. But legally, courts don't compare personal spending habits. Whether it's luxury or lifestyle, the focus stays locked on the child's needs, not discretionary choices of either parent.
Be brief.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic, but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
Okay. And what does this psychic have to do with these numbers?
Well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then maybe he can afford the insurance. And I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. I mean, you should address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rise and walk out.
In the end, the court makes it clear, child support isn't about resentment, comparison, or lifestyle envy. It's about responsibility and structure. What really stood out is how emotional history keeps clashing with legal logic. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Miss Daniels brought this case before the court. And what's your name, sir?
Michael.
All right. Michael, well, what's your last name? I don't want to call you by your first name.
Clough.
Michael Clough. All right, Mr. Clough. It looks as though you were brought to court.
Unwillingly.
All right, guys, brace yourselves for a courtroom moment that feels more like chaos than calm justice. A man is dragged into child support court over 5 kids, a missing mother, and a story that keeps twisting every minute. What really happened behind this sudden disappearance and financial dispute? Let's break it down.
Okay. And to be put on child support, but
Right.
she's not here.
She's never here, Your Honor. She never shows up.
All right. So tell me what's going on. Well, you know she brought you here for you to pay child support. So
Right.
what's going on with you all's situation?
I mean, not too long ago, she dropped the kids off. She was in a strange vehicle, saying she was about to come up on some money, and I haven't seen her since, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I'm taking care of these kids. I got to go to work. I can't, you know, they my kids. I had them, I made them, but, you know, I got to go to work. You know?
Okay. How many kids are we talking?
5.
5 kids? She dropped out 5 kids with you?
5 kids, Your Honor. No
And
clothes,
kept going.
no nothing.
Who was driving the car? Could you see?
I couldn't see. You know how it is.
No, I don't.
Maybe you don't.
Tell me what you mean.
I mean, you know, these women get with these strange guys, and you know they give them this false hope, and so she was in some kind of old Cutlass with some 20s on it, and she rode off in the sunset. Haven't seen her since.
And all 5 of the kids were in that car?
All 5 of them sitting on each other's laps.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my gosh. Are any of the kids in car seats or should be in car seats?
No car seats. My youngest kid didn't even have any diapers, you know. And you know, I called my mom and asked her. She said no, so I had to do what I had to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The judge opens the case as Michael claims he was forced into court without the mother even showing up. What shocks the room is his story. She allegedly dropped off 5 kids and vanished in a strange car. Legally, this sets up abandonment allegations versus child support obligations with missing key testimony.
how long ago did that happen?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months.
2 months ago.
Have you heard from her at all?
Haven't heard from her at all. I sent her some texts when I got the letter about coming to court, but
Right.
I haven't heard anything since.
Okay. Did she tell you she was going to bring you to court for child support?
She did. And then she dropped the kids off, and I haven't seen her since.
Okay.
As questioning continues, the father insists he was already paying $500 weekly and covering insurance. But tension spikes when he describes 5 children left without car seats or basic care items. Now the court must weigh financial responsibility against serious claims of neglect and instability.
Which I thought was crazy.
Okay. Are the kids on any type of government assistance or anything?
No, ma'am, Your Honor. I pay for everything.
Okay, you
Yes,
pay for
ma'am.
health insurance and everything like that?
All of it. And I work at McDonald's, Your Honor. I can't afford that, you know. 5 kids, McDonald's salary. It's hard out here.
Okay.
For
So
a
you're
kid.
in management?
No, I work on the line. I'm a cook.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes,
got
ma'am.
you.
Best
All right.
cook out here.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't eat at McDonald's, otherwise I'll put your cooking skills to the test.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but you cook other stuff, right? You can cook outside of
Oh, yeah,
what
I
you
cook
make.
other stuff outside of work.
Okay, all right. You do like private in-home stuff, so like if me and my husband needed a private chef,
no,
you could
you
do
and
that?
Your husband don't want the stuff I cook, Your Honor.
What you cook?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that in the courtroom right now.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, got you.
Right.
Right, okay.
If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but you know what? I don't even want to know.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Okay, all right. So this is what
Here,
we're going
the
to do. We're
financial
gonna go ahead
reality
and
hits
dismiss
hard.
this
He
case.
works at
I
McDonald's as a
appreciate that.
cook, trying to
No
support
problem.
5
in the
kids.
car, so-
Allegations of 2,000 weekly demands raise questions about fairness and affordability. The courtroom briefly shifts tone, but the core issue remains: ability to pay versus child welfare.
You know, I really do got to get back out there.
You left them by themselves?
What a dog watching them.
There's a dog watching the kids in the car.
The dog watching.
Is it like a German Shepherd? I have a German Shepherd.
No, it's a poodle, but he's trained to watch the kids.
So you left the poodle with the kids?
Yeah, the kids. Yeah.
How old is the oldest child?
11.
Well, I guess that's not too bad. How old is the youngest child?
2.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad, but let me hurry up and get you out of here so you can go back and get with those kids,
I
okay?
appreciate that, Your
So
Honor.
we're going to dismiss this case. Now, she does have the right, if she wants to refile it in the future.
Right.
That's not saying that she will get what she's looking for, but she does have the right to do that. I just want to make sure that you understand that.
Right. Well, I don't think she'll show up anytime soon. She went to Miami to get a BBL, so.
What's a BBL?
It's where, you know, they take the fat from the stomach and put it in the butt. Yeah.
Oh,
So I
so
don't
like
know.
plastic surgery?
I guess. I mean, I seen a picture. It was 10 or 12 of them in wheelchairs at the airport. So.
Okay, well,
I think
all
we're in
right.
the wrong business, you know.
Maybe so. I need to be one of those doctors.
Right.
Okay. Well, Mr. Clough, if there is nothing further, you are free to leave and get to the car to get with those kids, okay?
Right, I'm gonna get there right now.
All right.
The judge dismisses the case but warns it can be refiled, leaving everything unresolved legally. A shocking twist emerges. He left the kids with a trained poodle while attending court. So what's your take? Did justice serve both sides fairly here? Drop your thoughts below. If this case shocked you, like, comment, and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns.